My people, wonder shall never end. Information reaching us right now, allegedly, is that Olori Ashley have scattered palace with anger with this Simi. Simi is Queen Naomi's sister. They said, what is the problem? Is all about souvenir. I wonder why souvenir will be a problem to these people. First, it was the sisters to Kabiyesi crying because Simi rejected their souvenir. Why are they bringing souvenir for Queen Naomi? The same Queen Naomi that they don't want inside the palace. Eh? Is this not obvious that these people are up to something? Because if I'm to say, I would say that they are up to something. No, seriously. Because I don't know why you don't want that person inside the palace. And maybe God want to run it for her. You decided to bring souvenir. You needed a shebi. What for? What for? Is it not enough time you people stop deceiving yourselves? Because you no longer deceive the public. We all know who you are. We all know your stand in this marriage between Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi. Especially this Ashley. With the kind of things we have been hearing about her, allegedly. If all the information we are hearing is the truth, she don't even need to be present on that day. So why bringing souvenir? And the information have it that Queen Naomi had a very disturbing dream about souvenir on that day of the event. And that is the same reason they say she have told her sister, anyone from that palace that brought a souvenir, they should go and keep it inside the general store. The general store is where the palace keeps souvenirs. Anything that has to do with Queen Naomi, they said Kabiyesi gave them an office in the palace. That is where they keep their own. But they said Ashley was making trouble out of this simply because Anayaba in that palace brought souvenir, and they said Queen Naomi accepted it. Reason is because they said that Ayaba have been Queen Naomi's eyes ever since she left that palace. Even while she was in the palace, the Ayaba have been a very good friend to her. She's not among those Ayabas that want to have Kabiyesi to themselves, because they say most of those Ayabas in the palace, they are not happy with the wives simply because they want to partake in the national cake. You know? So when she brought her own, they say Simi told her to go and keep it in that general store, so that she will inquire from Queen Naomi whether to accept it or not. She started making troubles. Why the marginalization? Why is it that the Kabiyesi is preaching oneness? Kabiyesi is preaching togetherness. Then there will be marginalization. A lot of people, some people will be marginalized. Some people's gifts and the souvenir will be collected, while others' own will be rejected. What for? Yeah? And I said to myself, if this information is true, is she okay? Don't you think she needs to be re-examined? Is Queen Naomi we are talking about? Oh? Guys, is it not the same Queen Naomi that we heard some time ago that Olori Calabash was telling her co-wives that it's high time they find a way to make Queen Naomi drop the name Ogunwusi? Is it not the same Queen Naomi? Now wow. Souvenir for what? Who knows where the prophecy or the dream that Queen Naomi had about souvenir? Who knows the particular souvenir that the snake will come out from? Because according to the story, they said she saw in her dream where they were dancing and jubilating. There was heap of souvenir. That the thing was too much. And there are some other set of souvenirs from the royal house. And while people were rejoicing, people were congratulating her, people were happy, celebrating, all of a sudden, from that side that the royal souvenirs was packed, they said people started screaming, shouting. And when she looked at that direction, she found out that there was a snake, that a snake came out from one of the souvenirs and was hurting people. That the snake even bit 3 people in that dream. She was praying. People were trying to bite the snake And when they bring out something to hit on the snake will disappear. They will not see the snake again. But while she was looking, she will see the snake will disappear and go into the souvenir from that royal part that it was packed. And they said she was worried. All of a sudden, they said she started speaking in tongue. It was at that moment that she was speaking in tongue, praying, kabashing, calling on God. God, why? Why will I allow such a thing to happen to her on her special day? They said she was praying and crying, speaking in tongue. And at some point, they said a voice told her to command that snake to be still so that people will buy the snake. At that time, they said she started commanding the snake to be still. While she was commanding the snake, all of a sudden, the snake was still. And people were able to buy the snake. But before then, the snake have bought 3 people that came for that event. And when she woke up, she was worried. She was praying. And God told her that she needs to be very, very careful, especially with souvenirs. That is why she is being selective where to collect souvenirs and what, from who to collect and from whom not to collect. And nobody will blame her. Nobody will blame Queen Naomi if she says she's not collecting from anybody from that royal house because they dealt with her once. And it will be unfair for her to keep quiet and allow them to deal with her again. Because whether you believe it or not, you see on that special day, a lot of people will come there with bad intention. But God will expose them and put them to shame. And my prayer is that anybody that will want to come to that event with bad mind or with bad intention, that person will not make it to that venue. That person will die on the road, or maybe he or she will have a fatal accident while he or she will be there. The event will end. Because whether they believe it or not, whether they want it or not, the will of God will be done. And Queen Naomi will return back to the palace. And no power can stop her. No group can stop her. No kingdom can stop her. No juju can stop her. Any snake that appeared that the heavenly sword will bite the snake even before it will attack anybody. So that is why they say she is being selective. Oh, and these people are crying. Why are they rejecting their own? If Kabiyesi is preaching oneness, which kind of oneness? Which kind of oneness? See, this time around, they say what Kabiyesi is telling everybody is that you see that trust that you all betrayed, you have to build it again. If Queen Naomi refuse your souvenir, so be it. That means she doesn't want it and you cannot force it on her. So guys, when I hear this, I say this woman should go and rest too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. I am just a blogger. When I get this information from different sources, I'll bring it here and remind you that they are not first-hand information. Thanks for watching. Bye. I love you guys.